Welcome to the Bearded Finisher Podcast, your one-stop show for all things finishing and coatings. Your host, Zach, and a variety of industry experts will guide you through the art of perfecting your finishing and business game. From seasoned pros to fresh faces, get ready for tips, tricks, and trends to elevate your knowledge and business to the next level.
What is going on, everybody? Zach here again, still on location. We are at the Superfici booth today. Showed you guys a little bit in the stories, but we've got Tony here with Superfici, and Tony's going to give us a rundown on what they've got. But first, how you doing, Tony?
Very good. How about yourself?
Oh, man, I'm doing good. I'm glad to be over here, having a lot of fun.
Brilliant. Good to be talking to you.
A lot of cool stuff going on at the show this year.
Gotta love them, eh? Like,
yeah.
You wander around and it just opens up your eyes to what our industry holds.
It just makes you, I sold my company probably over 5 years ago.
Okay.
And we did high-end finishing. And I come to these shows and I'm like, should I start another one? And then I think about all the crap with employees and I'm like, no, I'm good. No, it's just short-lived. But real quick, just kind of tell the audience a little bit about yourself, where you're at, how you got into the finishing world, and then how that puts you here at Superfici.
Brilliant. Yeah. So I look after the Canadian market for Superfici.
Okay.
I started actually at the end of a gun myself. So nice. I spent a lot of time spraying, progressed up through the ranks and, started to become supervisor all the way till I hit plant manager. For a lot of the same reasons as you just mentioned, I decided it was time for me to jump off of that boat and see where I could go. Fortunately enough, I had met my current boss through purchasing a machine from him.
Okay.
And when the time came around, he had reached out to one of our somebody that we both know, and just happened to be at the perfect time when I was having a huge issue with one of my employees, and it was a bad day. And it was like, I'm going to call them up. And needless to say, here I am.
And there you are. And so how long have you been with Superfici?
8 years now.
8 years?
Yeah.
So in the Canadian market, it's a very large country.
The market is a very large market. Obviously, it's coast to coast. What I think is a little different when compared to the U.S. market is we have pockets of industry.
Okay.
So I can hit a pocket and I can see 20, 30 people, in the run of a day if I so choose to do. Whereas I think a lot of from what I hear from my colleagues is that in the U.S., they're traveling a lot. They might get to see one or two because they're so spread out. Yeah.
So where are you based out of?
So I'm based out of Ontario, in between Toronto and Niagara Falls.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're up on the East Coast, Northeast, then.
Sort of. All,
yeah.
Just this side of Central. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And then, like my experience with Canada is I've been over. We went on a cruise and we were on the West Coast,
BC side.
Yeah, BC, and we were up in there. Beautiful country.
It's got its merits.
But I hear it gets really cold.
It's people say that first thing they think about when you talk about Canada is how cold it gets. Talk to someone from Chicago. You know what I mean?
That's a valid point. So same thing. I used to never, when I was younger, I never went hardly anywhere, and being in the industry for a while, started doing a lot of traveling, and did some time up in Seattle, and I love Seattle.
Yeah.
Well, I used to love Seattle and put it that away. It's probably not my favorite anymore.
Yep.
But everyone kept saying, you don't go there, it rains all the time. And I was like, I was on strike duty as a manager for a rental car company in case the employees went on strike. So we had to go up there, and basically we showed up every morning at 8. And if they didn't go on strike, we got to go goof off all day.
Wow.
It was an awesome gig. But I was there for like a week and a half, and it never rained once. So I was convinced for the longest time that's just what people in Seattle say.
Just the idea.
So no one comes.
Perhaps, yeah.
I don't think it's working anymore.
Yeah.
But so about Superfici, I know the one unit that I've looked at a lot and love is the Mini, and that's actually what you guys are running today.
Yes, sir.
So kind of run us down on the benefits of how something like the Mini would benefit a shop.
Sure.
That's either building or strictly just finishing, if they're doing production finishing, with its footprint being substantially smaller than some of the larger units, and what it can do on the production level.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're running our Mini. Our Mini is a 3+1 system with a single arm, 4 guns on that arm.
So 3+1.
3+1, meaning I have 3 dedicated circuits. Say we'll talk red, white, and blue, plus a flush pump. If I decide that I'm going to switch from spraying red to white or blue, just by changing the recipe, that automatically flushes out the line and recharges it with the product that I move on to for the next recipe.
Okay.
Our recipes are preset, so I don't specifically need to have a finisher run my machine. I've trained many people that are very, very green into our world. And the way that we teach them is they have to understand the concept of what they're doing,
Yeah.
So why are we slowing the arm down when we're slowing the arm down? Why are we speeding it up when we're speeding it up?
Oh, I never
So
thought about that.
just to give them the understanding that they can now control the line. So on the fly, if things are not going, the way that they need to be, they have a number of methods that they can turn to then alter what's coming out of the back end of the line.
Okay.
I always tell everybody there's 5 points of film thickness. Starts with your tip, line speed, reciprocator speed, fluid pressure, and atomizing air. Any one of those 5 things will adjust the way that you spray or the coating that you lay down.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, now you start throwing in like the line speed. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense,
Yeah.
though.
So, I mean, say for example, the coating is coming off, it's a hair too thick. Instead of having to go turn down the pump, you turn up the recip cycles. I can speed up the line a little bit. So there's a lot of things that on the fly the operator is able to do with the Mini.
Yeah.
That makes his life, I think, a little bit easier.
And then a lot of people kind of get this, I don't know about, correct me if I'm wrong, misconception that in order to own or operate a line like this, I don't want to say a degree in engineering, but you've got to have a good amount of knowledge of computers and stuff. Is that necessarily the case?
I really don't believe that to be the case. A lot of our younger folks, and I can say that now at my age, they're whizzes. They just come in and they pick things up. Really, you're only going to need to get into any of that, in the beginning when we're establishing the parameters of operation.
Yeah.
And then that's on me,
Okay.
as I'm there. So I'll train and teach people how to do that. They rarely have to go in and retouch once I've established parameter. So really, when we walk through, our interface is so user friendly that somebody that has zero, I used to say, if I can't saw or hammer with it, it's useless to me. You know what I mean? So somebody who thinks like that as well, it's still very, very simple to use. And because of the fact that we not only have the parameters that we establish, but then a great notes page at the end. So these things that I talked to you about, like the size of the tip, the fluid pressure to achieve our X mil build that we're looking for, that goes in the notes. So now anybody can come into the shop, open up and say, I want to spray Chantilly lace and I need to hit 5 mil. What do? First, I go to my notes and it's all established right there. Now I press play.
Like, what is that Kaizen method?
Precisely.
Yeah. Go through the process, set it up how it's supposed to be. Yeah. That's pretty cool. What about, I know you guys can't see, we'll throw some footage in there, but behind us is the Superfici Mini, and it is running full dryer system. That's another misconception that I've always, and I believed it for a long time until I, at one point, was actually looking at putting one in. Yeah. Which, there's a certain footprint that you're going to need in your shop to do that, but you can stage that when it comes to the dryers and things, because you don't always need the dryers.
Absolutely
not.
If
you're just wanting to say, hey, I do a shit ton of primer. Mm-hmm. I just want something that I can push through and prime all my pieces on. I'll rack them. I'll have a 16-year-old rack them as they come out. You're not talking about a huge footprint. Like, what are we looking at with the Mini?
Our machine sits on a 12 by 12 footprint. If it's a standalone, many people started as a standalone. Not everybody has the money to invest in a full system.
Yeah.
Not everybody, as you allude to, need to have a full system. So 12 by 12 footprint. We need clearance off the wall to be able to gain access to both sides. That's one of the benefits of our machine as well, is that you do gain access to both sides. Makes cleaning and maintenance that much more easy. And enough room to pull out the racks. And over the years I sell, service, and install, for many years now, and I've learned a lot of tricks that I've squeezed one in. My smallest install yet is in a shop that's 25 by 50 with 3 employees.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So just a roundabout, if I get guys out there in the community, they're like, all right, I've got the footprint for that. I would love to add a primer unit. Like, ballpark, what kind of investment without power? I know power is a whole nother situation. But ballpark investment would you be looking at for the Mini?
I mean, the Mini, once again, it's kind of subjective.
Yeah.
Do I want it with a single pump and operate it that way? Do I want it with a full, pump and gun system? The Mini itself, the investment that you'd be looking at there, I mean, in American dollars would probably be somewhere around 140, 130. And in Canadian dollars, about 180, 185, somewhere around there. When you think about having an employee and they're coming in every day, I always say we have a page on our screen on the interface. And when the machine is not running, it says reciprocator stop due to lack of product. It's the only thing 5 p.m. on a Friday that's asking for more work, right?
Yeah.
So you think about your return on investment when you have a sprayer that it's never ending.
Yeah.
Versus the return on investment, the calculable return on investment that you gain from going to this type of automation. Not only that, the fact that I can now increase my workload fivefold.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, you got something, and that was what my father-in-law actually kind of mentored me into this business. And we talk about the painting business is hours. Like, it's all hours. That's all you're selling is hours, essentially. When you break it down to its simplest form, you're selling hours. And you've got 2,000 hours per employee per year to sell. That's it. If you figure 40 hours a week, 40 hours a year is going to be pissed off and sick time, but the Mini's not calling in sick.
No.
Doesn't need to go to doctor's appointments. Doesn't need smoke breaks.
Doesn't have a hard night on a Sunday and show up and work at half performance on
Yeah,
Sunday
I'm
morning,
like,
right?
it's just the amount of performance you can get from, because some people say $140,000, that's a lot of money.
Sure it is.
But
that $140,000 is 3 years with a spray, with a guy hand spraying. And then if you want to hang on to him, it's another.
You're going to have to pay him more every year to hang on to him. And I'm like, 3 years is a minimal investment. I mean, in my mind, for an employee that never calls in sick and always shows up.
Yeah.
All you got to do is flip a switch and they're
Well, and it really is that. I joke with everybody. I mean, I'm the Canadian sales and service manager. If I really had that much service, I wouldn't really be able to do both roles, right? So, I mean, the machines are kind of bulletproof. It's like I joke with everybody. This is specifically about our brand, but these machines, this is not rocket science. It's a box built around a moving conveyor with an arm that moves back and forth. The difference between, I would say, the companies, there's three major things that I find that really separates, the pack.
Took the next question right out of my mouth.
Yeah, it's, I mean, the metallurgy, the quality of the materials used to make the machine, the software, ease of use, and by far, it's the after-sales support.
100%.
I mean, it's, I was on that side of the desk my whole career. And so when I took on this role, I refused to do it in a way that I wasn't treated before, what I wanted, what I expected, So looking after we're very customer centric.
That's it. I mean, that's the key. I mean, I've always said my whole life in sales, running businesses, relationships first, sales second.
Absolutely.
If you build those relationships, well, sales becomes a byproduct of the relationship.
And sometimes, we're talking about service. It's not even necessarily to do with the machine sometimes, because me personally, I have such a deep background in finishing and paint and, my customer will call up and say, oh, I'm having this issue. Okay, it's okay. You're doing the same thing that you did last week. Great. Did you check your viscosity? No, I didn't. Okay. Well, maybe your material is thick and you're feeling this week because you're running the same program that you ran last week when the material was good. Yeah, fine. So there's a lot of little things. That's kind of my sort of niche thing, is that I come with a lot of background in finishing and production.
I mean, that's huge in this world because there's so many guys out there, and there's nothing against some guys. I don't want to negatively talk, but the value and the importance of someone like yourself who can get behind the gun, and spray it versus some guys that'll be like, I'm gonna have to call someone. Like when you find a guy like that, and you find a company like Superfici that targets those technical first, knowledge first, sales second, it makes a huge difference when you're trying to find the right.
And I used to joke with people, and I say, I'm not smart enough to be able to read a book and then go confidently sell. You know what I mean? I need to understand the intricacies of how my machine works and the who, what, when, where, and why of it all.
Yeah.
And because I have that knowledge now, my customers call me up when there's an issue with whatever, and I'll say, okay, do this. You know,
Yeah.
I don't even have to, go there and see it anymore, So I feel it helps my customer, but it helps me too.
Yeah.
Sorry for
Oh, you're good. The other one, I'd say the one hot topic that always comes about, and I see it on social media probably, I don't know, a couple times a year,
Okay.
is when you get into the flat lines, there's like, I don't even know what the technical term is called, but it's like paper, no paper.
Great question.
I mean, like,
I got a super easy answer for that. Okay. So when you don't use paper, you're actually using a trolley to scrape the belt clean.
okay.
There's two sections of each trolley. There is a recovery unit and a cleaning unit. So you're supposed to actually, if I'm spraying primer, fill my first unit with primer. It will then scrape the primer that's being applied to the parts and the belt back off, and it will mix it with that primer that I'm using to recover it. Then it will move on to the cleaning. If I have 2 color changes a day, I have to shut the machine down, pull out all the primer, refill it with the next product that I'm going to spray, and then put it back in so I can recover the next paint. That's time consuming,
Yes.
and it wastes a lot of money. So if I'm in a situation where I'm only running primer, it's a fabulous idea. If I'm in a scenario where I'm only running clears, fabulous idea. But the second I get into 2, 3, 4, 5 color changes a day, I'm going with paper.
That
Or
makes so much sense.
I'm using both sides for cleaning.
Yeah.
I'm just not recovering.
You're just not recovering.
Yeah.
So in a recovery setup, you could use both sides and not do any recovery.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with the world that we're in right now of
Well, and
such heavy pigmented and all these different colors.
sometimes it becomes logistics. People are in an area where getting rolls of paper are not as easy. So now, cost-wise, I would say both equal out to be about the same, because the time
That's
that you
good
have
to
to
know.
put in to cleaning the machine and the waste of the product that you're using, this disposal thereof,
Yeah.
and then versus the cost of the paper, they kind of semi-balance.
That's the one thing that a lot of people talk about when they're talking about getting one is, I don't want to you got to throw away the paper. And I'm like, you throw away paper all the time as a painter. So that's
Yeah.
BS. But then they're like, you got to get the certain type of paper and it's easier. And I've never really, a great explanation on the two is what I kind of sum that up. I like that because a lot of guys are like, don't get ones with paper. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, if you were in the world of let's say 20 years ago where everything was golden oak and clear coated, then I could see that. But there's so many different colors nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, most guys are doing like 15 color changes a day, right?
I'm ready for stain and clear to come back.
Yeah. It's on the way. It's on the way.
I've noticed it. I was talking to, I did an interview with ICRO and I was talking to them and they were like, we're seeing a resurgence in stains. I was talking to some other coatings companies around here, Renner, and those guys, we're seeing a resurgence in stains. And I'm like, yes.
Well, I just came from the Ligna show in May, and usually fantastic. I mean, if you guys have ever thought about going, you have to go. It's an experience.
I was talking to the guys over at Castle.
Yeah.
And they make pocket screwing machines. So we did an interview with them. And I was talking to the CEO, Matthias, afterwards, and he was like, he got to go one time. And he just says it's the best show you'll ever go to.
Yeah, I mean, and where it was kind of going with that is I'm seeing the trends that are starting in Europe. Usually what happens in the Canadian market is we're about 2 years behind.
Yeah.
And then it trickles down to the US, right? So, so it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming, yeah.
Stain's coming back. Well, that's pretty awesome. So kind of give us a rundown on what you guys have done at the show. I know you guys have been running different products and anything that you've seen with either like audience for the different coatings that you're running or characteristics that you've noticed once you get the coatings into the machine.
So I'm going to go directly into a totally shameless plug here for ourselves. I mean, we choose to run a different product every single day of the show because a lot of times we don't want our customers to see something dry coming off the end of the line, but we can only get one very specific type of paint dry within our parameters that we've set up. And then, they're convinced that this is going to change my world. And then they go back and their coating is not performing the same way that the coating was at the show.
Yeah.
So we use multiple types of coatings just to have that level of confidence to show the customer that, look, yesterday we were running Sherwin-Williams, today it's ICRO, Renner, Envirolac, so there's multiple types of coatings. And I always tell people when they ask me, what sort of machine should I buy? Is it the Mini? Is it the compact? It's like your level of production will tell me which spray machine to put you in. The level of dry and your dry schedule will tell me what level of ovens to put you in. Don't listen to me. Listen to what you want in coating. Right.
The data is going to tell you what you need. That's pretty good. I like that.
So, I mean, we have we depend on our coating partners, the same way we make them look good, they make us look good.
Yeah.
So it's a firm partnership. The whole goal is to do both our best for our end user.
Yeah. And then Superfici US is based in North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
And then, because I know, do you guys do I think I've seen on social media, you guys do days where manufacturers all come out there.
100%. Yeah.
And you're spraying anything and everything you can.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we highly encourage our coating partners to bring all of your products, bring your technical team, come down to our lab, understand how your paint works on our lines.
I like that.
Right. And so, when the person goes out into the field, then they leave with a certain level of confidence that I've seen X product working here. Here's how they sprayed it. Once again, the data.
Yes.
And they walk away armed with knowledge.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I don't want to keep you too much longer. I know you guys are busy. Show's doing really well.
Yeah.
But what have you, I've been asking everyone this, anything at the show that you've walked around, you've been like, hey, that's pretty freaking cool. Something jumped out at you.
Absolutely. The Superfici Mini. Man,
that is genius.
Fantastic machine. No, it was actually, we have a guy at the booth next to us doing chainsaw carvings. That was a first for me at a wood show.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, why wouldn't he? Why
I
not
saw
do
that.
wood carvings at a wood
I saw the AWFS and took a video, and I'm like, I got to see if he's doing any more live because I want to go video him doing one live.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, in general, here's the thing. It's like the advancements that we're doing, we don't necessarily have them here at the show.
Yeah.
And this is where it's important that if you have very specific needs that you don't feel, we're addressed by me explaining, what we can do here now, reach out to us.
Definitely.
We'll come and pay you a personal visit at your location. That is really the best thing for me. When I get my eyes on what's going on now, it's, and I'm the type of person, like I say, I've been there before. So it's like, this is very simple. This is our bread and butter. We do this every day. Here's where we're going to have a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On a flat line, we have certain parameters that we can run by. So you're still going to have to spray offline in your booth. We can't put a hood through a flat line spray machine.
Yeah.
I highly encourage people to reach out to us. Our marketing girl will then put you in contact with whatever your regional sales manager is, and we will be happy to come out and assist in any way we can.
Because you guys do everything direct to Superfici.
100%.
You don't have any distributors.
We do have dealers, of course.
Okay.
Yes. But we are a direct sales company, and in Canada, I'm 100% direct.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, if you guys aren't following Superfici on social media, go check them out. I'll have the links down in the comments in the notes section. But Tony, man, thank you for coming out.
No problem, brother.
Appreciate it.
Great talking with you.
Enjoy the show and have some fun.
That's it. Brilliant.
All right. See you guys later.
Do you want your brand in front of the people who actually move product? Painters, finishers, and manufacturers? The Bearded Finisher Podcast has pulled in over 75,000 downloads and reaches across the entire finishing supply chain, from job site to manufacturing. From single episode sponsorships to social media promotion, we offer flexible options that get your brand noticed. Real reach, real results. Visit TheBeardedFinisher.com and let's get your brand front and center.
What is going on, everybody? The Bearded Finisher Podcast here. We are on location this week. We are in Las Vegas at AWFS. First pit stop we had to make was behind me. We are at the Paintline booth, and we're here with Kyle. What's going on, Kyle?
How are you, Zach?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm glad you had me out. Real quick, I see behind us, let everyone see, you're a Visionary Award finalist, and we were just talking before you got on that this product here actually won the 2025 Visionary Award.
It did.
So kind of give us a quick breakdown of the product and what stood out to the judges for this to be the award winner.
Yeah, this is a new product for us. We just offered it the first of this year. It was designed to handle cured to the touch panels, primarily coming off of a conveyor. So you can quickly load. You can touch them and not damage them, but they really can't be stacked or touch each other.
Yeah.
They're not fully cured for that.
Yeah.
And so this panel here, the white panel, is all HDPE plastic.
Okay.
Non-marring, easy to clean, replaceable. And so that's the only thing that's really touching the edges of the panel. The dividers are unfinished fiberglass.
Oh, they're not
just
metal.
They're
I
just
thought they were
cold.
metal.
Yeah.
That is
So they're
genius.
cold formed in place, so you can take them out if you need them or replace them. We offer this as a cart without a a shelf.
Yeah.
So that would be for like tall panels, face frames, things like that.
So you can just purchase it with this is like an add-on.
And then you can add a shelf. The shelf comes in two parts. You can either use the 2/3 version, which is this, or you can add another, the other third. This is kind of the hybrid and one of the popular configurations. So you can do a number of small panels and then do tall panels on the side.
Okay. So what made you guys, and you in particular, is the man behind Paintline, what made you guys, did you have a lot of demand for this? Was it something you guys have been working on for a while?
Good question. We started making a 50 shelf rack. We were the first in the industry to make it back in the early 90s.
Wow.
And that's been a staple throughout cabinet shops. And it's used to, move parts around a shop.
Many times.
But we get asked a lot about, sorry, somebody walking in. We get asked a lot about, and have been in many shops where they're looking for a better way to do that.
Yeah.
And they're looking for better containment. They're looking for non-marring surfaces, things like that.
Yeah.
And
that was always an issue when I had my shop was, you're dry to touch, but you're not stackable. What do? Do you leave them on the rack? Do you put them in the oven to try to cure them out? But a solution like this, you can move them and still let them finish curing. And you don't have any issues with it sticking to the plastic.
Doesn't stick to it. It's so it was really just looking for, in many shops you probably did yourself. You made something yourself. You're builders.
Yes.
They're all builders. And so you'd go out and you'd see all these variations trying to get to something, and nobody seemed to really like what they ended up with. So we just tried to do better, and hopefully we're close.
I remember, and we're going to jump over here in a minute, but I can't tell you how many different versions of those 12-inch concrete tubes on some sort of lazy Susan that you would have out.
Yep.
Say what's up to Dennis.
I didn't know we had a guest coming in.
But yeah, and then I want to swing over to the new version of the spray rack there, because that one just caught my eye. But so for those people that have lived under a rock for the past 10 years and don't know much about Paintline, just do a quick 3 to 5 minute how you got started with Paintline and what kind of made you get into the building the rack business.
Yeah, happy to. It's really an old business. It was formed in 1965 as merchandising systems. For the first major part of our history, we made wine racks, potato chip racks. We're not finishers, we're builders.
Okay.
And so we're good listeners. It kind of helps us not be finishers in this business, because we don't have one way that we think is the right way, and we're only going to, build products to support that.
Yeah.
We really, observe what's going on out there and try to design around those needs. I bought the business in 1995.
Okay.
And we were making a drying rack at that time. That 50 shelf that I mentioned earlier, we were making, that preceded me.
Okay.
So it was about 10 years ago, we decided that we wanted to actually pivot the business. We wanted to test an e-commerce site. We took that 50 shelf and put it on that site. It got traction. We loved the space, the industry.
Yeah.
We've kind of built it around that.
Okay. So that was just kind of
and now it's all we do. We kind of abandoned the wine rack business and everything, and this is our total focus.
So at some point, I know I want to get you on the long form, which is an hour show, and talk about your history, how you came about to owning the business. But I don't want to bore a bunch of people with that. But it's a great story. Okay. I love the origin stories, and our listeners love them too. But a lot of these guys, man, they're just the guys that couldn't make it out to the show this year.
Yeah.
They are dying for the new products. And I know we talked about a couple new products, or I've seen you guys talk about them, telling people to come out and check them out. And one of those is the updated spray table.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at that one and just kind of let us know what we updated on that bad boy.
Happy to.
Now let's do the rundown on the updates that we've done to the spray rack, because this is the second generation.
This is the second.
Okay.
One of two in this category for spray station. Our other one, the one that we've had for 10 years, basically, very light duty.
Yep.
You can adjust the height. There's you can turn it with your hand, but not with your foot. The features that we've added for this, the main one, the most popular one, is the ability to spin this and spray. So you
spin it while you're holding your gun.
You can hold the hose with one arm and then, or with one hand, and then spray the piece with the other.
And then this is just a pull pin.
It's a pull pin. You can adjust the height.
To go adjust the height.
It's kind of stuck, but
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, you got an 8-inch range on height with a little quick release that you were just looking at.
I like that.
These pieces still can be repositioned as needed. There's magnets.
So that's genius. So it doesn't slide around on you.
Doesn't slide around.
Okay. Did the first generation have the magnets on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It did. Yeah, this also another attractive features. These arms can come off. Then we have a little board. There's a thumb screw we'd have to remove on all of them, but you can replace the arms with just a little platform like this. Which is
if you're just using your feet and not your hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I like that. And the thumb screw keeps it from coming out.
Exactly.
Okay. And
then
go ahead.
You want to see under the hood? It's pretty simple, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we just take this off, this is really what's controlling everything.
So you just
You can't get overspray to these components, but if somehow you manage to do that, these are little skate wheels that you can just take these off, drop
all
them
replaceable
in
parts.
branded, replaceable, cleanable, and so keeps it working.
But the way that you've got it designed with the feet, it's going to protect it from the overspray because it's collared up and collared down.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is this in the market for? What can a painter pick this up for, the new version?
For 460 delivered.
Okay.
Is what it's currently selling for. Compared to the small version is 220. So
okay.
It's a little different price.
A little different pricing, but you got beefier parts.
Yeah, a lot more, richer features.
Okay. I like that. And then I was setting up as the podcast, and then I overheard Christian, Moose Painting, talking about a rack that's coming out next year, and that is like a trim rack.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take a look at that one and kind of show people what they can expect. All right. So this is what you're calling the trim rack. Is that what's official?
For now, we don't really have a good name for it yet. But
okay.
Trim rack.
So kind of just break it down for everyone so they know what to expect and maybe a release date.
Yeah, it'll be early 26.
Okay.
Getting great feedback from the show, so we like to preview things so we can talk to cabinet owners and just get an idea of what they would like to see different.
See if there's any changes or anything like that.
Very few have been asked for on this, so we're really confident in the design. But where this started was that we would go into cabinet makers and we'd see our heavy-duty expandable rack with trim on it.
Yeah.
Which it works, but it's kind of overkill. It's really expensive to use it for that.
Yeah.
So we wanted to design something that was more appropriate for just trim and baseboard and long parts.
Yeah.
And that was the reason we pursued this. All the arms, I'll just kind of run through the features.
Yeah.
These arms can come off. Yeah, there goes Christian.
Yeah.
I love it.
Leave it to Christian.
Yeah. These, so you can, if you need more depth, you can remove that. These also will come off.
Okay, so if you don't want those on there.
Or if you wanted to change the height of that, you could do it. We'll offer it in 2-tower is the base unit with the ability to add additional towers. So you can go to a 3, you can go to a 4, you can go the length of this building if you
So it just keeps bolting it. You've got it designed where it just bolts to itself?
Yeah, this is actually a rectangular frame, and then you have a way to extend that.
Okay.
So
so it is a solid frame.
This one is a solid frame. This one is 2 extensions and then a bar.
Oh, okay. I see it now. Okay. So we'll get some more videos in there. So we're thinking like early to mid 26. You guys are going to be releasing this.
I think early 26.
Okay.
This will be coming out. It all breaks down so it ships easily, but it's really solid. It's really,
I mean, it feels nice and sturdy. I like that.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, I remember when I had my shop, I had somebody sent me like a CNC that was cut out of plywood. And then I had a cabinet shop, like manipulate it. So you could do stuff like this, but it was never like rigid, strong. And that was always the real pain. Is it because it was always, you had to hold it just right to push it. Otherwise the thing would kind of tweak left or right. Because I mean, it's made out of plywood.
Yeah.
Even 3/4-inch plywood. When you got it over like 6 feet long, it was just too much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We put a lot of thought and effort into try to make things easy to put together, even though you really only put it together once, but intuitive to put together and really solid, where, and it's by design and not just thicker materials, it's the shapes that make it.
Well, on the side, I mean, the weights, the solid, rigid material, that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Disassembly, I like that a lot. That's nice. So what about, let's think of how more than think this, availability to guys. Like, do you guys sell it on your website? We go through distributors?
Both.
Like both of them?
Yeah, well, we always sell through our website. It's not less expensive directly with us. We have resellers, a few big ones that are, commonly and in big and small shops. That a lot of ways to get it.
So it's very easily accessible on across the board, anything.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so we've got the new spray rack is out. The material handling cart's already out. This one's coming out in 26. What about the one behind me? Is this a new one here?
That's new as well. It's our second iteration. We showed this last year at IWF.
Okay.
Got some feedback. This is the results of that feedback. We're close on it. We're making a few little adjustments.
And that kind of goes to what you were saying earlier with bring it to the show, see what people say.
Best way to get,
So I'm curious.
Best way to get it right.
Yes. So I'm curious. I'm going to roll this one over here for you guys to kind of take a look at. But just out of curiosity, what kind of changes did you guys make to this one?
From last year?
From last year to this year. So what have we done a little bit different? I like the aluminum rods.
Yeah, we did have aluminum rods. There was kind of a safety issue, so we created a little injection molded plastic cap that kind of smooths that.
Mm-hmm.
We changed the shape. It was more round before. This now has a shape that'll let us add parts like this. This is a little small parts adapter. So now you can take step out of frame, a small part, and just put it on a single shelf if you want.
So you don't have to lay boards across it to lay small parts. Okay.
Yeah. There's a few other things. We'll have a plastic protective sleeve that can slide over this.
Keep from end printing.
Yeah. We had the way it went together on the first iteration. You had about almost 200 little screws you had to put in to secure it. Drove you crazy. So we changed that.
Oh, those go all the way through.
These are adjustable depth.
Oh, my goodness. That is pretty awesome.
Yeah. So if you want to get, and that was a little bit of a change before they would lock in. So if you want to do small parts on one side and larger, say, face frames on the other, you're able to do that.
So you could do like drawer faces.
Yeah.
And then put your face frames on this side. That is.
Yeah.
It's like, I see all this stuff at the show and the sanding robots and the new inventions coming out. And my brain's like, should I start a finishing shop again? It looks like it would be so much easier now.
I know where to get your racks.
But then I'm like, no, I don't want to deal with employees. I'm good.
That's fine.
Have that quick thought of maybe I should. And then I'm like, nah, I'm good. Well, that is awesome. Well, okay. So paintline.com.
Paintline.com.
For those people that don't know, paintline.com. You can access everything there, or can you also find the distributors if they want to go see one in person?
You can. There, we sell, not only do we serve the woodworking industry, but also commercial paint. So you can find it in a lot of commercial in like Sherwin-Williams.
Okay,
like that.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Awesome. So you guys are doing really good on the distribution front then.
We try.
And then, if I remember right, Do you guys manufacture in Texas?
No,
No, all in California.
we don't manufacture in the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah, these
Okay.
are all made. I wish we could. We used to.
Yeah.
We used to make everything in Northern California, and it just got to be, it's such a battle with, local jurisdictions.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's understandable.
and even now, doing it in some place, Texas would be a better place, in the U.S., but it's just really hard to be competitive.
Yeah, that's understandable. Well, I thought I remember something about, did you guys used to have an office in Texas?
We do have our warehouse is in Fort
Okay,
Worth.
your warehouse is in Fort Worth.
Yeah,
okay.
we're close to Burleson.
Yeah, you
real
guys
close.
aren't far from me.
Not
I'll
at
have to
all.
come over there and check it out then.
Yeah, we were going to come over to you, I think.
Yeah. And we'll get you on and maybe either set up at there or come over to the studio and do the long form, because the origin story of how you got into it. And then I also like to get into the entrepreneurship side, because, a lot of our painters are trying to figure out what they can do to grow their business, what people have done, people that are, I've got a guy in the Carolinas that invented a tool to help mask cabinets as a painter, 3D printed a tool. Now he's mass marketing it, and he's always looking for guys to, how do you get into that world? How do you market that stuff? So I'd really love to pick your brain on that one.
Happy to.
Whenever you got time. But again, Kyle, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
You guys go check out Kyle, paintline.com. Also look him up on Instagram, and we appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Are you a residential painter buried in admin, scheduling chaos, or constant material delays? Meet mypaintbuckets.com, the first dedicated project management platform built by painters for painters. It delivers turnkey workflows to simplify your day, from project sharing and material ordering to scheduling and EPO capture, so you can focus on scaling your crew and maintaining the reputation you've worked so hard to build. And if you're a supplier, painters are evolving faster, smarter, and more efficient than ever. The suppliers who thrive over the next 10 years will be the ones who build real trust. That's why we created free tools to help you keep up and stay relevant. Head to mypaintbuckets.com and see why the next generation of painters isn't looking back.
What is going on, everybody? We are back on location at AWFS. This morning, we are in the ICRO booth. Hope I said that right. Every time I feel like I'm messing it up. ICRO is an Italian wood coatings manufacturer. With us, we've got Mr. Scott and Stephanie. They are the brainchild behind getting ICRO here into the U.S. And behind me, we've got Mr. Bobby, who is running the sales on the South, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So real quick, just do a quick introduction, introduce yourselves. How long you guys have been in the industry. You and I guys go way back.
Yeah.
Previous lives.
Yeah.
So, but just kind of let everybody know who you are and how you got into the world.
Yeah. No, thanks, Zach. I'm the technical director for Harley Group Coatings based in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're the importer for ICRO. And then we basically operate out of 5-6 distribution locations throughout the U.S. And then this year we're putting on about 3 or 4 in strategic locations in the West Coast. That's our main focus at the moment.
Okay.
So it's a lot of things happening right now. We have a lot of new technology we're going to bring in this year. We've been in development for a couple of years on it, but now we're ready to release.
Nice.
We're really looking for that push. Specifically this year, the biggest things we're looking at are water-based. We're looking for 1K products with 2K performance. That's our big push. And then our new product, the ISO-free 2K acrylics. That's going to be a huge game changer for us because we're pushing hard in the acrylic market now. But when everyone thinks of something that's healthier and safer, you sacrifice performance.
Yeah.
In this case, the test results that we've done in the laboratory and our third-party labs, that the performance is unchanged from our ISO catalyst to our non-ISO. So it's huge for us. And that's a quick-drying catalyst, quick-drying product, excellent clarity. We'll be able to have 5, 10, 20, 30 sheen right now at the moment. And then the pigmented cycles are coming online in the next 4 to 6 months.
Nice.
There.
Awesome. Stephanie?
I'm Stephanie with Harley Group Coatings. I wear many hats. I do a lot. I am the face of sales, I guess. When you call, you're talking to me. I do a lot. We do a lot of training demos. We do a lot of customer demos, marketing. I do it all, guys.
So I'm going to kind of hit it just a minute, because what a lot of people don't know about you guys is your history is finishing.
Yes.
Before you did any distribution, you guys had a very successful finishing shop in North Carolina.
Yes.
And so it's not just, had an idea to bring a product over. You guys saw a need and found a product that filled the need, but you also tested the ever-loving shit out of it before you brought it over and used it a lot. But did I see the flat line go away?
You did.
The flat line. Are you guys done finishing?
Yeah.
Wow.
That up probably. I don't think we took a new job this year.
That's
we ended it
awesome.
probably in January. We actually just unloaded our flat line to a customer in Tennessee. So that moved last week.
That's like bittersweet.
Yeah. No.
Into a new beginning, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was sad to see it go for sure, but at the time had to happen.
I mean, you guys are doing so much push into the manufacturing and the coating side.
You just figure the square footage of the shop that takes up.
Yeah.
I mean, I can put 20, 30 pallets of product there now.
But you're keeping the booth to still do demos and stuff like that.
Yeah, so we're actually getting ready to move facilities too. We're going about 5 times larger.
Awesome.
Just because we have our water base we keep in Charlotte, but then all of our solvent is in our 3PL in Savannah. So we keep about 40 tons of solvent down there, and then we move that around.
Storing solvent is not fun.
No,
the requirements.
It's difficult. The hazmat, the regulations, the storage, the quantity, everything goes into that. But the water base we keep in Charlotte now, and it's huge. I mean, sales wise, we're about 60% water, 40%
really
solvent.
I mean, thinking that originally when you guys were bringing them on, you guys were really primarily focusing on the solvent side. That was the big need, because I know that was one of your needs as a solvent 2K, but you're just seeing.
Yeah, the water-based trend for us, I mean, we convert more shops, OEMs, from solvent to water.
Wow, that's nice.
When Italy starts seeing that, then the R&D really starts to take off on it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think since we've been bringing in, we probably had, 12, 15 new products that we brought in that replaced something else, which is going towards the market, more durability, faster drying, easier to spray, more automation is huge right now. And then stains for us this year alone, we're up 40% on their stains.
Your guys' stains are really nice, and they're simple. I mean, there's a bunch of them, but they're simple. It's not crazy. I mean, that was the whole world when I was in the manufacturing. I love stains, but man, it is just a pain in the ass for a stain program.
Yeah, so we have a full-time technician now, Lucas. This is in our facility now. That's all he does is stains.
Wow, and Lucas from back in the finishing day, Lucas.
Yeah, so the benefit for us is
converted him.
Yeah, he was finishing for us for 5 years.
Yeah.
He was our lead finisher. So the versatility for him, so he's an excellent technician. So now he can do all the stains, he can do the water, he can do the PUs, the acrylics. So it's really beneficial to us. But on the stain side of it, the new binders, the new dyes, the water-based dyes, the solvent dyes, we're making a lot of NGRs now. So we're using a lot of alcohol-based as well.
Yeah.
So it's really beneficial.
That's awesome. Well, I don't want to forget Mr. Bobby over here, sitting that we've got him in the corner. Let's kind of fill us in, Bobby, on
what you're doing,
what your role is, and a little bit of your background, how you came in.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Zach. It's great to meet you. This is awesome. I've seen your videos online, and
awesome.
So it's finally nice to meet you in person. I was not ready for a presentation, though. Oh, man.
Catch you off guard.
Yeah. No, it's, the finishing industry, it was builder by trade, so it sawdust in my blood.
Okay.
And we would stay away from finishing like it was the plague.
And every builder does.
It's the hardest part of the job. It's the most important part of the job. It's the first thing that homeowner touches and feels when she enters their home. So when I got into that 16 years ago, I was a color specialist. So I started as a tinter, a matcher, and made production. Then from there, I went into a coating specialist position in the Midwest. So as a matcher, I was the best in the Midwest, I said.
Yeah.
For color matching. So we had a lot of fun. And as a coating specialist, we called us the nice guys. Because this, every shop needs a nice guy.
Yeah.
Needs someone to come around and help you out when you're having a bad day. So we're in the thick and thin with the customers and building that relationships with them. So you learn a lot being side by side every day with shops.
Yeah.
So then I got the opportunity to move to Florida, got into some with manufacturing equipment with Wagner. So I got the opportunity to do that as a regional sales manager. Been selling their equipment for the whole 16 years. So it was a great opportunity to work with them and get even more well-versed with their systems, putting all the pieces together. That's where I got to meet these guys. They were...
yeah, you guys distribute Wagner. Okay, now it's all coming together.
So working with them when they do their training days, they do great social media. Their presence is just phenomenal. Their response with customers, I was always impressed by that. So when I get the opportunity to work with them in the field and then see how they train their customers and they do their demos, and I've seen all the coatings.
Yeah.
Working on the equipment side and, through the Midwest, the whole Southwest or Southeast of the U.S. And when I see water-based products that get the chance to be laid out, and I don't care who the finisher is, and it turns into butter and it dries, it cures beautifully, chalks up like you wouldn't. It's like a CV or a poly after a day of drying. I mean, a water-based 1K can perform like that. I was impressed, and I'm like, I want to be part of that. If you give me a product that I can have anybody spray and it lays out and it cures and it's durable, stands up to all the tests that you need, I was excited.
Yeah.
Kind of asked them a little bit nicely if, hey, can I join the team at some point? So we had some really great conversations and the door opened and I had a great opportunity to join the team.
Nice.
So,
yeah. How long have you been on the team now?
So since April.
April. Yep. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, so, I really appreciate my time with Wagner and great guys there. But I got 2 years break of color matching and not being in the coatings game. I had to get back in.
I tell everyone this world is a black hole.
Yeah.
I mean, this industry, but there's something about the painting world. Once you get into the manufacturing and application of paint, you can go into equipment.
Yeah.
Coatings is going to suck you back in. You can't get out of it. Yeah. It's over.
Yeah. It's in the blood.
So you get a little bit of that acetone and a little bit of that lacquer thinner in your blood and you just need it.
Yep. Crack the can in the back of the car a little bit just to keep it awake a little longer. No, I'm truly blessed to have the opportunity to be with the team. And yeah, we have ambitious goals and we're going out there and making a lot of new connections and friends and building those relationships up all over the country. So very excited and blessed.
Awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, man, I appreciate it. And a couple of things that I want to hit on for you guys is shout out Patrick. What's up, brother? Your drum is really kick-ass. Love it. Front and center. And then we were talking to Paintline the other day, and they also were a Visionary Award winner. So let's kind of talk about the product. I know you guys were a finalist, and as we can see right there on the table, you guys actually won the award. So tell us what product won the award and what really stood out.
Yeah, this product is our acrylic-based product. It's a 2K acrylic. What this product started with is in Europe, they moved off all the acid catalysts, right? So on the formaldehyde release. So the next big thing in the U.S. is, isocyanates, all that cloud that goes around it. Is it bad for you? What does that really look like? So then ICRO took that to the next level, and then they started developing a product that would be formaldehyde-free and isocyanate-free. So they started working on that. Then we needed the performance of an isocyanate catalyst.
Yeah.
So this product, it's going to be the 5801. That's the product code. This product we have now, it's going to be it's a clear, comes in a 10, 20, 30 sheen. That's our standard gloss levels at the moment. And then we also have the pigmented and the primers that are coming online at the end of the year. But it's very unique because now we get the same exact performance as we do with isocyanate catalyst. So the product is actually a flex product. So you can use it with ISO or without ISO.
So that's the top coat.
Yeah, top coat.
Okay.
The same thing with the base coats and the pigmented.
You can use, so they're a 1K, 2K.
No, it's a straight 2K.
It's a straight 2K.
Yep. But it'll take, you can use ISO cat or you can use non-ISO cat.
Okay.
So the ability for us in the market is it's going to be our staple for our acrylics going forward. But now we have the option, if the end user is worried about the health and safety, this is a far better approach for them. So all we would have to do is everything stays the same, the color development, it's just switching the catalyst.
So it doesn't, the non-ISO hardener doesn't affect the color in any way.
No.
So you can have the base coat out there and they're like, hey, we sprayed all the cabinets in the shop. We don't care. Now we're going on site, switch catalyst, same performance without any color loss. That is awesome. That's huge.
And then the pot life is also a good point, right? Because we do a lot of PUs.
Yeah.
The only downside of a PU is high catalyst ratio, 50%.
Yep.
Short pot life, 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 to 4 hours.
But now in this, we're going to be in that 6+ range.
Damn.
Right.
With the non-ISO, we're
With the
going to be in a
non-ISO,
6 hour pot life.
6 hour range.
Whoa.
And you're only at 20%. So catalyst ratio. So you have really good workability. Sprayability is great. And you can use it open pore. You know, you can thin it significantly as an acrylic, 100% non-yellowing. And then you can do closed pore systems as well. So it's really versatile in our market.
And you're non-ISO, non-acid, non-formaldehyde.
Yep.
Tell
All
us what's
the
in it. I had that.
We're working on it. We'll start doing after the show because we want to get a good feel for it because we've had it in some testing right now, but I think going forward,
And it's still performing KCMA, what people are looking for.
Yeah, and we'll look after this. We have 2 samples, one with ISO, one without ISO, next to each other, and you can't feel the slip, and everything is amazing. There's no difference.
That's awesome.
So it's going to be really good for us. We also did 2 years ago. We released the non-ISO and the water-based as well. Do you remember?
I think I do remember that.
Yeah.
I remember you guys kicking that one out. And how's that one doing?
It's doing good. I mean, it's a lower ratio, 2%. I mean, it's not a Zerodine or it's not an ISO, so it doesn't have all those. Honestly, on the SDS sheet, it's non-hazardous. So it's really nice. But it's an additive you have to add to it, right?
Yeah, I know.
So that
you get into that the refinisher world, the adding just is a tricky.
Yeah.
Some like it, some don't care, some just won't do it.
So that's been doing good for us.
That's awesome.
Nice in the water, but what really developed after that is our 1800, which is our newer product that we released now. It's in clear and pigmented, but it has a high performance 1K with 2K chemical resistance. But typically when you think of a 2K, right, a little bit slower drying to build up to get that performance. It's not the case with this, where it actually dries significantly fast, much faster than the 5000 or the 5500.
What are you looking at in like dry to touch and restack?
So in the Superfici oven, we were over there yesterday. Typically a clear, we've pushed it 3 minutes in a catalytic oven with no flash. The white versions are probably about 5 minutes.
No flash.
And it'll come out and it's completely dry. The cool down, then you can sand and go. So it's really a great product. We actually developed that for the IKEA market. That's where we use it in Europe. So if you know their testing standards, they're pretty rigorous on their chemical resistance.
Yeah.
So that's where we developed it for that. And then it translates right to the U.S. market.
That's awesome.
So that's our huge push. It's fantastic coating. The chemical and the mar resistance is fantastic.
That's really good.
So that's...
Well, let's hit on real quick before we go. I know you guys are busy, but I do want to hit on distribution a little bit because I know you guys have Texas, Georgia, some who's up in the Northeast. You got somebody?
Yeah, so we have New England that's in
New England.
New Hampshire.
Yep.
We have us in Charlotte. We have Royal in Atlanta. Royal Coatings in Atlanta. Florida. Yeah.
Painter Solution over in Texas. Yep. I was actually talking to Mateus the other day.
Yep. Florida Coastal is down in Florida. And then we're bringing on now Nebraska.
Awesome.
And then we also, last week we had a new hire, Josh Pratt out of Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
So he's going to be our West Coast sales manager. So now he is working on development out there. So
okay. I was going to say that's what I hear in the world talking to painters is you guys are really good on the East Coast, but getting like somebody that can do demos and stuff on the West Coast. So that's awesome that you got Josh coming on to help kind of grow that area.
And then our one in Nebraska is coming on too. So that's going to be huge.
Cover
for us
the
too.
Central,
now
North.
Central, and we can work out of that.
Yeah.
And then we have some works in the Northwest.
Yep.
We have that. Those are all coming online. So
that's awesome.
There's going to be some interesting stuff in by the last quarter. Get ready to fire up on that. So we're really looking forward to it because we need to get the West Coast.
Yeah.
Water-based, we ship it really well. But as the customer knows, 1 to 2 day turnaround time for shipping is fantastic. For us to service the West Coast, it gets to that 4 or 5 day range.
Yeah.
It's not
You run out of 1 gallon and you're really hating life.
And then the winter months are difficult.
Oh, I
for us.
hate winter.
I mean, we do have, we do ship everything with warmers.
Yeah.
Like we can get 96 hour, 120 hours of protection. But again, you know, that's just a consideration.
Yeah. I remember I was actually at Ryan Huseman on with Miller Rada.
Yeah.
His episode's coming out in, I think, a week or so, maybe next week after. But we talk about that from my time with my previous manufacturer about getting to the Pacific Northwest. I mean, it just sucks going up that way. I mean, they're like, oh yeah, it's a 2-day run time. And then some snowstorm comes through and you got a pallet of water base sitting on an LTL truck in Denver for a week and a half and you're toast.
We're pretty successful with our shipping. So basically, I mean, we watch where the customer's located. So if they're ordering on a Wednesday, probably not going to ship it that week because we know it's just going to sit in a facility over the weekend. It's not going to move. So with our West Coast customers, we do try and tell them like, hey, I reach out to them. Do you need to place an order? Let's get it ordered on Monday. So we're not pushing the end of the
There you go. That's the good service side that you guys have really always done very well. I mean, looking after it, not just taking the orders and shipping them.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen our boxes.
Dad, I like the boxes.
Yeah, the boxes. So we developed those boxes. Well, you remember when we first came to the market, we were in 5 liters, 5 kgs.
Yeah.
Then we put down to a gallon can. So now we're in the price point equivalent. Right now we can apples to apples.
I noticed those cans because I was like, those aren't 1 liters.
Yeah.
I meant to ask you.
That's a gallon.
So you guys went gallon to really, I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
us stubborn Americans aren't going to go to the metric system no matter what. So
that was a lot of work to get that done in Italy because you're going against everything they've done.
Yeah, every other country in the world does.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's just to finish up on the box. But the boxes we developed them for them, so now we don't use peanuts. It's really cut down on our damages. We actually had them built for those cans inserts. So the customers are really liking that.
That's awesome.
It's really dropped down damages. It's been fantastic. And then the other big benefit too is Italy just finished last month a new water-based manufacturing facility just for the U.S. market. So what that means is now the batch sizes are significantly increased, and now everything is automated from filling and packaging. So now our lead times of actual production runs have dropped down 7 days. So we're significantly faster.
So they built a manufacturing facility specifically
for the U.S.
for the 1 gallon and the 5 gallon, the U.S.
Right.
What they're filling and sending over here. That's awesome.
Because you can imagine everything is 5 liters and 5 kg cans.
Yeah.
That's a very unique.
Yeah.
Everything's smaller. Everything. They even automated now the lock ring. So before we could fill everything, but then you would have to actually manually lock the can.
Yeah.
Now they've gone into it's fully automated where it's a new technology where they're going to actually robot's going to
does it all,
lock it, and then put the lock ring in the clip. So
I mean, beyond the design of European cans, I mean, I love the printed tin. I just think it looks gorgeous. As long as you keep that ring clean, the top of the can clean, it is a far superior design for being able to open and close lids. That lock ring is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a little paint on there, and you're going to put a little elbow grease in there to get it open. But
and we tell everyone that is true because if you pour out of it, you got to make sure you wipe off the excess around that limb because that gasket that sits on there, the way that it'll glue it on there, and then you're stuck. So, that's the only thing.
But still, it's much easier to pour.
Oh, yeah.
Than the press-on lid.
Yeah.
You got paint inside your ring.
Yeah.
I hate it. I mean, that's...
Because on the traditional, you open it one time, pour it, then it loads that ring.
Yeah, and you're done.
You can't get the lid closed again, so there's some benefits to it.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, the cans are gorgeous. I love the cans. So, real quick, since we're at AWFS, let's just go around and anything that you guys have seen that have stood out that you've really been impressed with or that were like, holy crap, that's cool.
I think the biggest thing I looked at is probably SurfRep's new robotic sander.
That thing's pretty cool.
That is, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
With the ability, 2 different sanders on there, air or electric. They have the upgrade where it can actually switch pads and abrasives. I mean, that is fantastic.
I'll side note that with every time I come to this show, and I'm sure you might be a little that way now, you're like, shit, should I get back into finishing? There's some really cool stuff out there. Then you go, oh, wait, no. That's a pipe dream. No, don't do that.
I've thought about it, but then we're in so many shops now. Like our big push now is local market. So OEMs side of it, manufacturers. We're in there enough. I don't need to finish anymore.
Yeah, you can get your fill.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good on that right now. It's better to service them because then you can give them, all of our experiences and our failures in the past. Don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah,
it just helps them tremendously.
Definitely, that's a huge benefit for you guys of going through all of that. I mean, your OEMs have got to love that. I mean, I was always a big proponent of if you're going to be in the coatings world, you should have spent some time behind a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's nothing that pisses you off more as an OEM than someone coming in and saying, hey, you should use my product, or your product's not working. And then the salesman comes in and is like, I don't know how to spray. Get the hell out of here.
And that's what the new team we put on with Bobby and Josh, Luke, Saul, and Vic, and we're all in that position now where it's technical first. Let's then the sales come from that, right?
That's awesome.
Because at the end of the day, they want to know that you know how to make the coating work.
Yeah.
They want to know you know what you're doing.
Yeah, you can walk into a shop with dirty boots, paint covered, and get back there and be like, here, let me help you. That's huge.
Everyone at the show, most of the time they see me in the field and they see me like this and like, what's going on?
I'm not going to lie. The last time I think we actually hung out in person, hair was a lot longer.
Oh, yeah.
Beard was longer.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've ever seen you in a suit.
Yeah. You see now.
Looking sharp.
Yeah, thank you.
Clean up good.
Yeah. When I go over to Superfici Chefla, they're all like, what are you doing? They used to see me in a lab coat with dye stain all over me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's unique, but I like this side of it too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun.
It is fun. It is fun.
We do enjoy that.
What about you, Stephanie? What have you seen? Anything besides the casino? I know you've done very well this trip.
I have.
Everyone knows.
I think everyone.
I mean, I'd be tooting my own horn too. I mean,
no, actually, the surf prep robot over there too. I got a whole demo on it this morning. It's very cool. So that's probably the coolest thing. I mean, we've been super busy over here, so I haven't really gotten to venture out and really walk the show. We ran at Superfici yesterday, so we were there all day. But this morning I went over there and saw that robot and I was like, this is very cool. Very cool.
That's pretty awesome. I haven't seen it run yet. I went by there a couple times, hasn't been running. So I'm going to have to go
they ran
hit up Skylar and be like, hey, Skylar, let's turn it on and run the video. Yeah.
Instantly I'm looking at it. I'm like, which one of my customers needs this?
There you go.
So I'm texting him like, we need to get this for.
No, you need a video to run it and just start sending it to him.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Bobby. Anything caught your eye?
Well, to be honest, I've been busy in the booth. I haven't been able to venture out as much, but have great conversations and meetings this week so far. But I would say relationships between all the manufacturers, whether it's coatings, equipment. One thing I think our generation coming up, we really understand we got to do this together.
Yeah.
So, of course, I want everyone to be my customer.
Yeah.
And eventually they will be. It's just a matter of them getting to know me better.
Yeah.
But I can't do it all at once.
Yeah.
But if we can work together and push cleaner, safer products for the environments, for the shops together, make sure that they're doing the things the way they should be doing, having the right equipment so things get done more efficiently, all the things that we're responsible to teach them that.
Yeah.
And if we all do that together, we're all going to win.
That's awesome.
Because the customer is going to be the one benefiting from that.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been a believer. It's relationships first, sales second. I mean, if you get the right relationship, the sales is going to come.
Yeah.
Without hesitation. And if you're not the guy that's got the product, then you send them to the guy that's got the product, but they're going to remember that and they're going to come back to you.
Yeah.
Always.
And you build those relationships.
Yeah.
And so between all the manufacturers, yes, we all go out there and run the race. And we grow those partnerships with, complementary products, equipment, like sanding equipment and spray equipment. And we're all out there. And so we have a really good atmosphere here. So
That's awesome.
it's great to foster that and grow that further. And so that's something I'm always pushing for. Just
That's awesome.
let's work together. But
I like that.
Thank you.
I like that. Well, guys, I appreciate you coming on. Appreciate the time. I know we've kind of sucked up a little bit more, but we're definitely going to get you guys on a longer episode.
Yeah.
And then maybe we geek out about coatings a little bit. I mean,
We start talking about the chemistry.
yes, that's,
We call the ISO. We call the. Oh, that's our.
you call it the what?
We call it the unicorn.
The unicorn. Yes.
Yeah.
I want to geek out about the unicorn a little bit.
Yeah, that's like I said. I mean, we're constantly pushing for new development. ICRO loves that, and it makes our industry better.
Yeah.
If we're all going to this next level, makes everyone's offering something similar, but then it's how you deliver it.
Yeah.
That's our biggest differential for us in ICRO. I mean, that's our push. Technical first. That's our motto at this point.
Technical first. I like that. Well, if you guys haven't checked out ICRO, go check them out. They've got an awesome social media. Check out their website. Make sure you go check out Patrick, KPM Drums. We've got to give him the heads up there. And then make sure you guys listen, follow along. We'll get the full episode and geek out over some coatings. You guys enjoy the rest of the show, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks, guys.
Zach.
And that's a wrap on this episode of the Bearded Finisher Podcast. We thank everyone for joining. Keep hustling, keep learning, and never settle for anything less than your best. Remember, the path to perfection is a journey, not a destination. Until next time.